You ever get that phone call, the one that changes everything? My hands were still warm from my morning coffee when Anna's scream shot through my phone, turned my whole world inside out. And then just like that, the line went dead. And I swear in that moment I felt a kind of rage I hadn't tasted since my old days with the feds. All I knew was someone in a fake HOA uniform had just laid hands on my wife in my own house for money we didn't owe, and that my friend was one mistake they weren't walking away from. You hurt the wrong man's family, you better be ready for what comes next. The next 5 minutes, let's just say, 3 grown adults ended up face down in the dirt, and I kicked off something that would rip the mask off our little suburban paradise. Buckle up, this gets insane. Now let me back up a sec. It was a regular Wednesday sun coming in across the hardwood floors we'd sweated over 8 months back when we first moved into Meadowbrook Estates. I was juggling 3 security assessments for clients when Anna called out from the kitchen, her "I found something off" voice that I'd learned to take seriously after 8 years together. She's a nurse, sharp as a tack, always noticing what slips past other people, and today her tablet's got an urgent compliance audit email from the HOA. Thing is, I look at it, and even before I scan the header, my FBI spidey sense is already tingling. The phone number area code's wrong, 916, but not our local stretch. The language flips from stiff legalese to "Hey neighbor" in the timestamp 3:47 in the morning. What kind of HOA works, graveyard? Anna's already calling the main office. She's got their number from the welcome packet. No Diane Foster in their records. Linda Morrison, the HOA president, isn't there either, apparently on a special project. The receptionist gets squirrely when Anna presses about audits. I'm scanning the attached PDF, sure our address and details check out, but the formatting's all over the place. Fonts jump mid-sentence, margins shift like a bad Craigslist rental ad, and the signature block quotes state statutes that don't even exist. All amateur forgery mixing just enough truth to feel real if you're not looking too close. The supposed inspection is that afternoon violations that don't even match our house. Anna's already building a spreadsheet of red flags and timelines, nursing style, every detail logged. I start digging into the tech. Email headers say the Diane Foster account was created 2 days back, domains hidden behind a privacy wall, and the PDF was cooked up on a regular home laptop, not any pro system. But what makes me go cold is how much this sender knows Anna's job, my work-from-home security gig, even our patio remodel. Somebody's got access to HOA files, and they're using that to target us. Was this harassment, or were we just unlucky number next in line? By lunchtime, we're swimming in proof. This whole thing's a setup. Real HOA inspections require a month's written notice, not a panic email and a countdown clock. Anna finds the big twist. 3 weeks ago, Linda Morrison herself requested a special compliance review for our exact address, nobody else's. There were no complaints from neighbors, just Linda and some mysterious property values angle. Anna's got the receptionist talking nervous as a cat about how Linda's handling things personally. By early afternoon, the air in our house is electric. We're debating, do we ignore it, confront them, or play along to get proof? The answer pulls up in a white pickup with HOA enforcement magnets slapped on the doors, parked just out of sight. On the cameras, we spot 2 guys in uniforms, one snapping photos of our house, the other scribbling on a clipboard. Definitely not normal inspection behavior. It's more like recon. And that's when it hits me. This isn't just a scam for money. Someone in our own HOA is running a personal vendetta, and they're willing to cross lines I thought only happened in movies. I step outside when I get home. Sure enough, they're right there, measuring our fence, snapping pictures. Uniforms, a little too new badges that up close have typos and the wrong badge numbers. Tony Brennan, the big one, comes at me like he's done this before, gets in my face, clipboard up, trying to stare me down. We're following the checklist, he says, voice flat, eyes flicking over my stance, waiting to see if I'll flinch. His partner Marcus starts firing photos of Anna like she's the one on trial, not them. Their violations, total fiction. Your fence is too high, Marcus says. Initial penalties start at $5 grand. But if you cooperate, we'll keep it quiet. $5,000. Not 10, not 1,000, just enough to hurt, but not enough to hire a lawyer. That told me they'd done their homework. I let them play their little script out all the while watching for cracks, and boy were there cracks. Pages in their paperwork contradicted each other, dates didn't line up, references jumped fonts. When I pointed that out, keeping my voice calm, both men started to squirm, Marcus rocking on his heels, Tony's jaw tightening. That's when Anna stepped out, phone in hand with that "I found the smoking gun" look. "Your email's fake. Diane Foster doesn't exist, and the real HOA president just told me there's no audit," she said, cool as ice. Marcus and Tony traded glances, and I could practically see the wheels spinning. "Do we bail or double down?" They muttered about reviewing the case and beat a retreat, but not before Anna snapped a shot of their license plate. An hour later, everything blows up. I'm on a client call when Anna's voice, full on panic, cuts through. "They're back. Jack, Linda Morrison is with them. She's breathless running. They want the money now. They won't leave." I can hear the pounding, angry voices, Anna shouting, "Don't touch me." Then a crash, a cry of pain, and the line goes dead. I'm out the door in seconds, calling 911 as I race home, brain back in old Fed mode. Tactical, legal, worst case prepping all at once. I get there first. Anna's on the steps, arm twisted, sobbing, phone gone. Tony and Marcus are scrambling, shoving gear into their truck, and a woman, Linda Morrison herself, is behind the wheel screaming at them to hurry up. "Linda told them to take my phone, make me sign that I'd pay." Anna tells me through gritted teeth, her arms swelling, fingers white. I call the cops, neighbors pointing. They went that way toward the construction site. I know what they're doing, trying to swap plates, hide out, get away. But they didn't count on me being trained for this. I find them behind a pile of lumber. Linda, Tony, Marcus all arguing. "This was supposed to be intimidation, not assault," Linda snaps just as I pull up and block them in. Tony grabs a tool and comes at me. Wrong move. I sidestep. Muscle memory takes over. He faceplants in the mud. Marcus tries to run, slips, ends up sprawled beside him. Linda. She trips in her heels and hits the dirt too. It's like a scene out of a dark comedy, all three of them flat out covered in mud. That's when I call the police, keep my hands where everyone can see, and wait. Cops, fire, ambulance, they all show. Anna's got a busted arm. Tony and Marcus are looking at charges. Linda's authority crumbles right there, dirt on her skirt, hands shaking. The police quickly realize Anna's injury is felony assault. Then the real investigation starts, and what unravels is wild. Detective Rivera, sharp as they come, pulls the phone records and finds a whole spider web. Linda's been calling a Jake Morgan Consulting, sending Tony and Marcus after anyone she doesn't like. Turns out she'd lost a big security contract to me 6 months back, 15 grand she'd counted on to save her struggling business. Instead, she weaponized her HOA position and funneled thousands into contractor fees that paid Tony and Marcus for every scare job. Her office is packed with files on every vulnerable neighbor, old folks, single parents, even other veterans. She marked their weak points, their schedules who'd be easy to shake down. The twist. We weren't even the first. Mrs. Patterson, 3 doors down, gave up her grocery money to pay a fake fine. Jennifer, working 2 jobs, threatened with child services over her yard. The Thompsons' military family hassled over their flag. Linda targeted the vulnerable, banking on silence, and she almost got away with it. But our pushback. Anna's fight my diggin' started a landslide. More neighbors came forward, her web unraveled. The cops found the paper trail, the cash withdrawals. I pieced together evidence in my garage photographs, fake finds, maps with pins for every family hit. When we held the emergency HOA meeting, everyone showed. Linda strutted in with her lawyer ready to play the victim, paint me as the angry vet. But when the slideshow started, photos, dates, bank records, her own voice on tape, hands went up all over. That's my notice. The room turned on her. And by the time Mrs. Patterson quietly told how she'd been robbed, there wasn't a dry eye. Linda broke down in front of everyone, tried to defend herself, then lost it, knocked over the evidence table, photos flying everywhere. I've never seen a community flip so fast she was out as president before she even stopped crying. The vote was unanimous, victim fund created, and God help me, they elected me. Interim president trusted the angry veteran to rebuild what she'd broken. Court was a blur. Linda in an orange jumpsuit, Tony and Marcus in cuffs. She got 18 months restitution, house foreclosed. Anna, God bless her, fought through rehab, got her hand back to 90%, and now she's helping assault victims at the hospital. The old HOA office is now a garden, and every year we have a block barbecue, neighbors laughing, sharing food, where fear used to live. You know what sticks with me? Not just the justice, but the lesson. Evil doesn't wear horns. Sometimes it shows up with a clipboard and a smile hides behind community standards. We learn trust has to be earned, and when it breaks, it takes everyone to put it right. So let me ask, if your neighbor or your HOA crossed the line like this, what would you do? Is keeping the peace worth your silence, or is standing up always worth the cost? Drop a comment. Share your story, and let's talk about what real justice means. Because trust me, what happened here could happen anywhere. And if you made it this far, hit like, share with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories about the real fights that shape our lives. Stay sharp out there.